I am here very early looking for early birds. Any early birds here? I see somebody has just joined in, the very first one. Hi, Mrs. Gambiza. Hi, Zai. Munoti is right here. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. Thank you, Monoti Daishe. You win the award for being the very first one. Hi, Kutsi. So good to see you here, dear. So good to see you here. The early birds catch the worm. They call it the worm, right? Not worm. Hi, Sis Annie. Welcome. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, Sis Mono. So we will just take maybe 1 or 2 more minutes as we wait for others to join in. Katie's house, thank you. Yes, you will get them. You'll get the first worms. Yeah, it's so good to see you guys. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining in. It's going to be a beautiful evening, I promise you. We're going to have fun because that's what this platform is about. Hi, my Guru P. I can see you. Hi. This is the woman behind this beautiful makeup. So if you want to have your makeup done, let me know. I'll refer you to her. She is a pro. She knows her stuff. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will be starting shortly. Maybe just 1 more minute and we will start. As we said that the early birds catch the worm. The worm. How do you pronounce that? Worm. I guess it depends on which school you went to. Yeah. And of course, it depends on the friends that you hang around with. They also influence how you speak, how you pronounce stuff. So yeah, it's really a good evening. And it's nice to have you on board. 1 more minute and we will start. So yeah, just hang in there. Very soon we'll be starting. Oh, say hi to Declan too. Tell him Tete says hi. Oh, okay, 1 more minute. We will be starting soon. Everybody else can join us as we go. Oh, hi Brenda. It's good to see you. How's Bulawayo? Good to see you, my dear. It's so good to be here. I am just having so much fun, and I'm excited to have you all here. And we are just going to count. Hi, Doc. How are you? Welcome on board. Thank you for coming in. Okay, so thanks, guys. We are going to start, and others will just join in as we go, because we don't want to spend so much time on this platform. Tonight is just going to be the introductory part, and maybe the following sessions will be a little bit longer, but today we want to make it short, maybe 30-40 minutes max, if all goes well. So we'll start so that we don't spend too much time here this evening. I know it's Sunday evening. People have had a long weekend. They want to prepare for the new working week. So we want people to go to bed early. Okay. All right. So welcome, guys, to the MindFit Lounge. So as I said, I just want to explain what the MindFit Lounge is all about, and how you and me can benefit from it, and how the MindFit Lounge can actually benefit from you and me, because that's what this is all about. So first of all, I want to talk about an organization called MindFit. Okay, so before I go to talk about the MindFit, I think it's best I start introducing myself, in case there are some people who are joining in and meeting me for the first time, and they just want to know a little bit about me. Okay, so my name is Jessie Maka. I am the founder of an organization called MindFit. I shall be talking about MindFit in a short while, but just to give a little bit of my background so that you probably get to understand why we are here. I am a social scientist by schooling, okay, and I am a banker by profession, right? And I am a worshiper at heart. Now, a worshiper is not somebody who just sings in the choir at church. A worshiper is somebody whose heart is full of gratitude because of what God has done. And that person then tends to express that gratitude in different forms. They either sing, or they talk like I'm doing, or sometimes they just cry. And guys, as for me, I'm truly grateful for the blood of Jesus. Anyway, this is not a preaching platform or a preaching session, so I'll go right into the MindFit. So the MindFit is a mental wellness organization, all right? And its purpose, or its agenda, is to help people become aware of factors that affect their mental health. I'll explain why this is important as we go further. And its purpose is also to make people become aware of the various interventions that are available to them to become mentally healthy and mentally fit. Okay, it's kind of MindFit is kind of a call to say to people, be fit in your mind in order to deal with life's adversities. Because as we all understand, we when we are mentally fit or mentally well, we are likely to be emotionally fit, and we are also likely to be physically fit, and as a result, the quality of our life is good. So it's very critical for us to be fit in the mind, because it has got a bearing on our emotional wellness as well as our physical wellness. So at MindFit, our focus is the human mind. That's why it's called MindFit, because we believe that it is possible to attain mental fitness and live a victorious life with nothing more than just your mind. That might sound a little bit irkish, but we believe that it is possible for us to live a very victorious life with just the use of our mind. Okay, Nyarazo, hi. Baba Kudzi, welcome. Thank you guys for joining in. So we are talking about the MindFit. So yeah, we believe that the human mind can be manipulated, okay, to help us improve the quality of our lives. And there are different ways in which we can do that. We are going to be talking about that in detail in the sessions that are coming. Okay, so the Be MindFit mandate is threefold. The first mandate is to share useful information on mental health related issues. So we're going to be going a little deep into the medical side, into the biology side. It's not going to be boring. It's going to be simple. It's going to be exciting so that everybody can understand. So the first mandate is the sharing of useful information on mental health related issues. We will find out as we go why we need to be sharing this information. And the second mandate is we want to empower our audience with practical and easy to use tools for technical mind related challenges. So that our second mandate, to equip you with tools and techniques and on how to deal with any mental related issues that you could be having. And third and last, this one is my favorite. Our mandate is to just help all of us just have a time to relax, to refresh, to recharge, to press the reset button through motivational speeches, through inspirational stories. We're going to be sharing a lot of inspirational stories on that platform. We also share a lot of quotes. We share a lot of articles. We'll be sending out videos and audios on everything to do with how to win using our mind. So I like this one. It's a time of place where we relax, we recharge, we refresh, we reset, and we carry on with our life. So what is the reason for existence? Okay. Hi, Siwa. Good to see you. Thank you for following, my dear. So why is Be MindFit here? Why Be MindFit? Okay. I think we'll all agree that we often start very well. Hi, Didi. Thank you for coming on. We often start very well in life. We will be so excited, especially if you are younger and we are just from college, or we're just from school, or we've just been promoted, or we've just gotten married, or we've just had a child. We are so excited and enthusiastic, about life. We have our list of things that at this age, I want to do this, if God willing, I'm going to achieve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So often we all start very well in life. But along the way, life happens. And when life happens, we get so discouraged. We get so hurt. We feel so tired, and we just want to quit. We just want this bus to stop so that we can step out, because we are just tired. We have had it. That's it. In other words, we become mind weak. Okay, because of whatever we would have gone through. So because of that, you find that almost everybody on the face of the earth has got some battles that they are fighting. Hi, Tafara. Hi, Miss Edda. Thank you for joining in. So everyone is fighting a battle. Some battles are fierce, some are just mild, and some are in between. But everyone has got a battle that they are fighting, because we have become mind fit due to life happening to us and things turning out in the way that we didn't expect them to turn in the first place. So we call this the middle of the road crisis, or the halftime exhaustion. All right, my tongue was just trying to be funny. The halftime exhaustion. Let me tell you a story of what happened. At some point, I was in the soccer team, and we are participating in the Interbank ladies soccer competition. And when we had just started the match, there was the referee who was just, trying to make things happen. And he was running just next to me. And I think it was like maybe 1.5 minutes into the match, I was panting for not just breath, I was panting for dear life. And he just looked at me and said, already. And he begged out laughing. He almost dropped to the ground. So, sometimes we get tired as we go through life, as we run through our races. So all these things happen. So very sadly, most people are losing these battles, these mind battles, because the pressure, both from inside and from externally, it's just too much for them to bear. They can't handle it, and they lose these battles. And medical research estimates that between 70 to 90% of illnesses and diseases are stress related. And stress happens because we are tired in the mind. Stress will just then express itself any other way in the head. We have headaches, we have any other symptoms that we'll talk about in future episodes. But that's what happens. They say up to 90% of illnesses, my doctor, family, and friends who are here can confirm that the majority of illnesses are stress related. Okay, so Be MindFit, the organization, helps to bring those percentages down through information sharing and empowerment. I know it's a mammoth task, honestly speaking, but you know what? I believe that all things are possible to those who believe. And the lady who's speaking here is one lady that believes. So I believe we can achieve it together. We can do it. Okay, so if we look at what is happening in our world, there is an increasing number of wellness initiatives globally. Most of them emphasize on diet. We have all these diet issues, diet things, the keto diet, the what diet, everyone gives it a name, a nice name. Some are working, some are not working. We have these organic products craze going on around the world. We have Ishiyama supplements. Hi, GB, welcome. Hi, Bamkuru, Mr. Jams, thank you for being here. And we have a lot of emphasis on physical exercise to promote overall health, which in recent health has been on the decline. General health, because of issues that, again, we'll talk in future episodes, has been on the decline. But I think that not much noise has been made or done in terms of promoting mental health, which to me is equally important, just like physical health, if not more important. And let me just share with you a bit of statistics why I believe that not much noise has been done, in that a lot of noise then needs to be done with regards to mental health or to mind battle issues, okay, as I want to call it. According to the United Nations World Health Organization, close to 800,000 people die every year due to suicide. 800,000 people commit suicide every year. And every 40 seconds, I don't know how long we've been here, but the minutes we've been here already, there are people who have committed suicide already. And every 40 seconds, someone loses their life to suicide. And for each suicide that is successful, there is a corresponding 20 failed suicides. And of those 20 failed suicides, unfortunately, most of them will then become successful at some point. And this is a sad one. 1 in 5 children worldwide and children and adolescents have a mental disorder. That is quite scary. 1 in 5. So if you've got 6 children, may God forbid. And they also say, according to World Health Organization, depression is the leading cause of disability, affecting about 264 million people. And half mental disorders begin before the age of 14. Hey, that is quite scary, because we think that depression and stress happens to people who are 30, 40, and they are saying here that these conditions begin before the age of 14. So that just goes to show that we really need to be making so much noise as far as mental health issues are concerned. Tandai, hi. Cindy, my dear girl, how you doing? So nice to have you here. Now, with the coming of COVID-19, the situation has been made worse in terms of mental health. I mean, at some point, I think now things are beginning to get better. We're kind of, learning to get used to COVID-19, to say, COVID, I want to pass and stuff like that. But at some point, all of us were so much grieved with fear, with anxiety. Am I not going to be infected? Am I going to get sick? Am I going to die? How about my loved one? So that increased the stress and anxiety levels, and that for you is your mind just being affected and your overall health being affected. And also due to COVID, there's been loss of jobs, and most people have lost their businesses, and that alone just causes a lot of mental strain. Okay, and the worst one, well, it's I don't think it's worse. They are all equally bad. The limiting of in-person human contact due to lockdown and precautions, that alone has been a major, a major issue with regards to mental health. Because if you look at mental health, you find that one of the things that they encourage is, if someone is having mental health issues, they should always stay in contact with others. And here we are, you're told, lock yourself in, don't go anywhere, don't go and see your loved one. I mean, even if you're not sick, that alone pressed a lot of strain on your mind. Okay, so with all this and many other factors that we probably can't exhaust today because of our time, we're just saying, in support of government efforts, because we know governments are doing a lot, it has become very imperative for society to rise up, and come up together to suggest and to talk about practical solutions and interventions to help alleviate the impact of the external pressure that we are all going through in the world that we are currently living in. So this initiative, the Be MindFit, is just an initiative which aims to add on to what is already being done by some organizations, some governments, some individuals, in advocating for mental health. Hi Manu, hi Tough. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining. So that's about the Be MindFit, the organization. Now coming to this platform where we are. Okay. Hi Lorraine Mandoro. Welcome Mandere. Welcome. Thanks for joining in. Now talking about the MindFit Lounge, this setup, this place that we are in, this platform that we are in this evening. Okay, so the MindFit Lounge is the discussion forum, or the communication forum, or the communication arm of Be MindFit, the organization that I spoke about. All right, so on this platform, on this lounge, a lounge is a place where you sit, you relax, you have your tea, your coffee, you laugh, you talk issues, and you share information, and you're just relaxed and you're happy. So that's exactly what we do on this platform. We share information, we share tips, we share tools on how to deal with different types of mental or mind battles. We prefer to call them mind battles, because sometimes the moment you say mental, there's often a stigma that goes with it. So we want to try and make sure, everyone is involved and everyone is happy. Mind battles, I think it sounds better. Okay, so the MindFit Lounge for us is the oasis of refreshment, because we come together to relax, to refresh, to re-energize, to recharge, and to press the reset button, and we carry on with life. So we will mostly talk about stuff that you know already, stuff that you've read about, or stuff that you've heard in some other platforms or in some other places. But what we then do here is we go ahead and interrogate, we dissect, we dissect the theories that we will be talking about here and the tools that we'll be talking about here. And we break it down into easy to follow, doable steps and action points that anybody can adopt and go and try it at home. Here we encourage you to go and try it at home. Okay, of course, in some circumstances we would really encourage that for some interventions you seek clarity or clearance from your medical doctor. But most of these things are the home remedies that anyone can safely do at home. So in some cases we would need to discuss. We will invite some people online. Hi Lindsay, hey Hey, Wakoma Grace, how are you? Thank you for pindering. So in some cases, we will agree on what we want to do. All right, we'll agree, suppose, on a tool to say, okay, we have this mind battle that is common with many people. This is what theory says. So this is what we believe should be done in order to deal with this mind battle. And we say to somebody, okay, can we have 2 or 3 people who are willing to go and put this into practice? And they go and put it into practice, they try it out, and then the next episode or so they come and report back so that we see if what we are talking about works, because we just don't want to be one of those places where people talk and nothing happens. We want to deal with practical issues. We want to talk about issues that positively impact lives, things that have a positive impact on our lives as we go forward. Okay, Isis Kundai, welcome. Thanks for joining in. So this platform is not about theory. It's about impact. It's about transformation. We go practical here. We go practical. We put it to the test so that after it has gone through the lounge, then we know how this theory works, how this tip works, and stuff like that. So on this platform, ladies and gentlemen, we believe in the following. Okay, please take note. Those who've got notebooks, please write down. Okay, thanks, Vakoma. My sister says I'm smart. Thank you. So on this platform, we believe that you have got comeback power. We believe, I'll repeat that, we believe that you've got comeback power. You, where we're listening to me right now, there is power in the inside of you to rise up and continue with your journey of life and continue with your race. No matter how many times you've fallen, no matter how hard you've fallen, we believe you've got comeback power. And on this lounge, we are going to help each other to figure it out, to figure out what, how to access that comeback power and how to put it into action. We're going to do that, and we're just gonna have fun as we do it. It's not kind of a classroom setup where we say, hey, this yo seriousness. No. Fun and nice, and yeah, that's it. So that's it. We believe that you've got comeback power. And on this platform, we believe that there is untapped power in your mind to do and achieve anything. One thing that I know for sure, ladies and gentlemen, is that God does not create junk. When God created you, you were enough. You were adequate. He equipped you with everything that you need to live a victorious life. It's just that, as I said earlier on, that life does happen and we lose ourselves in the process and certain things begin to happen. But I believe that you've got power, untapped power in your mind, okay, to do and achieve anything that you want in life. So again, on this platform, in the sessions that are going to follow, we're going to look at how to untap that power, how to figure out what is this power, where is it hidden, how do I untape it, how do I bring it to the fore, and how do I benefit from it. Okay, number 3. As I said, we run low. Life is tough, guys, these days. Things are really tough. We quickly run low, Before you go any further, oh my God, I'm so tired. So we really get tired as we walk on this journey. So we believe that you can refuel that empty tank. Yes, you can refuel and you can continue going and you can go strong and reach your destination. And we believe also that you can change your tires. My nephew Nesu loves Formula One, and sometimes I just watch it with him. And, every time that these small cars are racing, they get to a point in seconds, the wheels are changed and it goes. So we also believe that you can change your tires. You can be helped by people around you to change those tires, so that, you have new power. You've got that grip, because life requires a grip, hey? You've got that grip to keep going without sliding out of your way. All right. So we believe also that your mental status determines where you go in life. Life is what you make it. We spoke about that on my birthday. I used to think that anybody who says that is out of their mind, but at some point I then realized it is so true. The status of your mind determines where you go in life. What this means is, if you believe you can, then you can. If you believe you can't, then you can't. Some preacher was saying the other day that God can be anything to you. If you think, Kuti, your God is just a headache God, is just a God who heals headaches and flus and sore throats and ends there, then that's what will happen to you. When you then get these big diseases. Batete Maingara, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. So, where was I? Your mental status just determines where you go in life. Okay, your success depends on the strength of your mind. Okay, I was saying about this preacher who was saying that if you believe that your God is just a headache God, that's all he will be to you, because that's just those boundaries you've set for him. But if you believe, Koti, your God is a God that can make your leg, which has been amputated, to grow back on. Guys, it can grow back on. All I'm just trying to illustrate is the state of your mind will determine where you go in life. Okay, and your success, yes, other factors come into play, but mainly what causes you to succeed in life is the status of your mind. So we are going to help each other here to make sure that the states of our minds are in the right place to allow us to be what we really want to be. If we want that, some people, we want to stay as we are, that's fine, honestly, it's okay. But there are some people here who say, look, Jesse, I can't settle for this, I want to go for gold. Then you are my girl, you are my boy, we're going to do this, and we are going to do it here. And by God's grace, we are going to achieve that. Okay, so in summary, we believe here at Be MindFit that your mind can be either your best asset, okay, or your worst enemy. Your best asset is not your fat bank balance. I come from a family where there's so many bankers. Your asset is not your bank balance. Your asset is not your several cars parked outside. Your asset, your best asset is not the number of properties that you own. Your biggest asset is your mind. And your mind can also be your worst enemy. Your mind can bring you down. I was just saying to this person the other day to say, look, if your mind is so negative, it does not matter what a man or woman of God comes to say to you. Hey, Steps, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining in, my friend. Love you so much. She's my friend from a very long time ago. Angela, welcome on board. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you so much. What was I talking about again? I need to stop greeting people, but I can't help it, guys. I'm so excited to see you. Where was I, Monoti? Thank you, Sheo. Thank you so much, my son. What was I talking about? Mono, were you not listening? Okay, I was talking about the preacher. What was the preacher saying? Hey, guys, my mind needs a lot of fitness. You can see that, right? Things just skip and run away. But anyway, my point is your mind can be, oh yes, now I remember. I was saying, even if a mighty man of God like my son Shauno Patim Gambiza here comes to you and prophesies to you, you cheapo, God spoke to me last night and he says A, B, C, D, if your mind is in the wrong place, you will leave that place and go and say, I'm unlucky. Sometimes even if an angel of God has to come and stand right in front of you and tell you, God says this and that, because your mind is in the wrong place, you can actually leave that place and say, this day I was hallucinating during the day. It can't be. Why would an angel come to me? So guys, your mind can be your best asset or your worst enemy. So at Be MindFit, last but not least, we believe that life is a mind game. Guys, you've got to play to win. Life is a mind game. Play to win. So this is the reason why we are here. We want to train each other, we want to teach each other, we want to help each other on how to play this game called life and play to win. None of us is destined to fail. Okay, we all are created. Like I said, God never created junk. He created people who are victorious, who are mighty, who are strong, who are all those positive things. But it really depends on us, what we decide to do with our mind. Okay. So that's about what we believe and what this platform is about and what we are going to be talking about. So next, we said we just wanted to be here for about 30 minutes. So I think I'm running out of minutes. I love to talk. I love having you guys around, so I get carried away. Forgive me for that. So who is the target audience? Who is supposed to check in or log in into this platform? Who is supposed to always follow what we talk about here? Number one, definitely, due to the nature of this organization, we target people who are battling with mental health related issues. We are going to go into detail on what we mean by mental health related issues or complications so that each one can decide whether they are affected or not. But yes, people battling with mental health related illnesses. Number two, our audience target is people who are taking care of people living with mental health related illnesses. I've got a beef with those people because many times, people who are struggling with mental health issues have it hard because of people around them. There is no support whatsoever. Well, I don't blame people. Sometimes it's ignorance. So we are going to try and help each other to understand what it means to live with somebody who's struggling and how to help them. Because with so much help and with so much love, anybody who is struggling with mental health illnesses can get better and can get strong and can live a normal life due to support. Hi, Bamkuru. Oh, Hove, thank you so much for joining in. We appreciate you so much. So the third target audience is people who are fighting different types of mind battles. I think everybody else fits onto this one. We want people who are struggling with mental tiredness, physical tiredness, people who are struggling with the anger, people who are struggling with emotional wounds, all those heartbreaks, people who are struggling with bereavement, people who are struggling with loss. I mean, you invest all your life's earnings and savings, and the next day you lose everything. You are the person that we want to talk to here. People who are struggling with laziness, guys, laziness, it's a problem. We want to help each other, and obviously people dealing with, struggling with procrastination. So all those things. Sitsi, hi, welcome, sweetheart. Okay, so our target audience number 4, it's people who just want to be encouraged to keep on keeping on. We're not only talking about problems and problems and problems here. We also are very motivational. We share a lot of motivational stuff. All those people who are doing well, who are healthy, and they just want to be encouraged to keep going and to keep strong. We also share a lot of information on this platform. So you are our target audience. All right. Last but not least, we help people to re-engage their energy. We help people to re-engage their passions by getting their mental state back on track. We are going to help each other, yourselves and us. We will help each other to get our energy back, to get our passions back, and to get back our mental state, which allows us to live victoriously. My brother, Reverend Ronnie, welcome. Love you. How is Canada? Okay, so what are some of the topics that we are going to be discussing on this platform? So obviously, as I have indicated, because of the nature of our organization, our major thrust is mental health awareness. Okay? By mental health awareness, I mean we equip ourselves, right? Those not struggling with some challenges, mind challenges, those who are okay, or those we want to equip ourselves to be the first line defense for those battle with mental illnesses. For me, this is the thing. This is the biggest main reason why I am here today. I want you and me to equip ourselves to be the first line of defense for those people battling and struggling with mental illnesses. No one else is not going to come from anywhere to help these guys, but you and me are here to do it. So we want to help each other. So we are going to go into detail about mental health awareness issues, how we can help those who may be struggling, those who may not be as fortunate as we are. Okay, and then we also going to go into detail in terms of the mind battles that each and every one of us face. All right, we're going to get into detail about, workplace mind battles. We want to talk about what is it that we face in the workplace that causes us to become mind weak. Okay, we want to talk about home mind battles. What are the battles that the mother faces? What are the battles that the father faces? What are the battles that a child faces from 2-year-old to whatever age, still staying with their parents? What are those battles that they are facing, the mind battles that they might need help in fighting or in overcoming? We want to look at pastor mind battles. My brother Ronnie is here. And hi, Lorraine. Thank you for coming on board. We want to look at pastor mind battles. All right, pastors, they are men of God, they are men and women of God. May God bless them. We love them so much. They take care of our spiritual lives, but they also have mind battles. We want to go into detail on what is it that they go through that they might be helped to, overcome. We talk about executive mind battles. I've got my friends here who are executives in the companies where they work. We want to talk about that. What are those mind battles? We want to talk about the healthcare workers' mind battles, the lawyers' mind battles, the teachers, the security guards, the policemen, the helpers in the home, the single parents' mind battles, the divorced, the widows, everybody. We're going to talk about everyone you can think about. We're going to talk about them here, and we're going to help come up with tools that they can use to overcome the battles that they might be facing. As I said earlier on, everybody is meant to fight and win the battles that we face in life. No one is supposed to go into their grave having lost the battle of the mind. Okay, so what are some of the tools that we're going to be using? This is just an example. There's going to be so much more that we will be using, but we'll be talking about self-talk. I personally believe that it worked for me. As we go on talking, I'm going to be sharing my own testimonies of how much self-talk has helped me to get myself out of some places that, Okay, so self-talk, or we may call them affirmations. Okay, we want to talk about meditation. We'll go into detail to say, okay, this is what theory says, but isusu, does it really work? Does meditation work? Okay, how do you really do it? We'll go into detail on deep breathing, the breathing exercises. We will talk about mindfulness. We'll talk about our support systems. Like I said earlier on, that you and me as family, as friends, we are the first line of defense to those people who may be struggling. So we want to talk about the support systems that we have. Obviously, the family comes first, the church, the friends, and the communities. We are going into detail about counseling. We are going to talk about medical attention, when somebody is supposed to then seek medical attention if these home remedies that we're going to be talking about may not have, failed, or they may not be successful. We say, okay, at what point should then somebody start seeking medical help? We're going to talk about nutrition. We're going to talk about rest. We're going to talk about prayer. This is my favorite. We're going to talk about the power of prayer and the power of the Word of God. So we've got so many tools that we will go into detail, and then, get to see how we can break them into doable activities and things that we can do at home without anybody's help. Okay, so now about our meetings here. We hope that we should be able to meet weekly. Because as you can see, there's just so much to talk about. It will take us a lifetime to exhaust everything that needs to be talked about. So all things being equal, we will be meeting here once every week, and we will be having presentations like this one. We will also be inviting specialists. Definitely, me, I'm not a specialist. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a pastor. I'm just Jessie. I just got passion for this. So we are going to invite specialists in the related fields to come and present and attend to questions. We're going to allow people to ask questions, and at some point we will be inviting people to join in the discussions. And we will also invite survivors, those people who have fought the mind battles and they've won. We want them to come here and share with us how they did it. And I know every time somebody shares their testimony, it's powerful. It kind of really fuels you up. It's one of those tools. So that is it, my beloved family and friends. That is the introduction to the MindFit Lounge. And I would like to thank you so much for joining in and listening to me as I just spoke my mind. But all I want to say to you, as I said earlier on, I believe this is my calling. I've got a desire to see people making it in life through engaging their mind and getting the best of the biggest asset that God has given them, which is the human mind. There is so much we can benefit from this thing called the mind. So next week, we are going to go into detail about... Hi, Bamnini. Thank you so much, Bamnin. Sam Gambiza, thank you for joining. Next week, we'll be talking about the human mind. That's gonna be very interesting. Please don't miss it. We're going to be talking about the human mind, because this organization or this platform is about the mind, the MindFit Lounge or Be MindFit in organization. So it won't help for us to start talking about other things before we really get into the details of what the mind. What is the mind? Okay, so we'll talk about a lot of things about the mind. It will probably take us 40 to an hour. And then after that, we'll be sharing with you what next we'll be talking about. So before we say our goodbyes, hi Bam Kuru Mnonoki, thank you for joining in. It would not be prudent for me to close this session before sharing one or two of my wisdom nuggets. I think those who watched my birthday message, we also shared what I call the wisdom nuggets. These are the facts or truths or statements that are coming from experience, mostly my own experience, and also, some stuff that I would have borrowed from next door. But I believe these statements will help us to really, refocus and, help us redirect our lives in the paths that we should be going. Bamkuru says timing next week. I think same day, same time, unless if people find this time to be inconvenient. But I think Sunday, 8 o'clock is okay. All right. So the first nugget for tonight is the life that you live. Okay, listen to this. The life that you live is a gift from God. But how you live your life is your gift to God. That's our nugget number one. So God gave us all the lives that we live as a gift. And our gift to God is how we live our life. That's why we are here, ladies and gentlemen. We want to help ourselves to really live our lives in such a way that it really becomes a pleasant gift to God, because we have lived a victorious life. So the life you live is your gift from God. But how you live your life is your gift to God. Okay. And the second nugget for tonight is tough times don't last, but tough people do last. Okay, now let me try to say a little bit more about this nugget. I've heard it so many times and it didn't make sense to me until this revelation about being MindFit came to me like a storm and took over my life. Those who live with me understand how I'm crazy about this MindFit business. So tough times don't last. It does not mean that problems will disappear. At times, the problems will disappear. But because somebody might say to me, but Jesse, how can you say tough times don't last? I know somebody who was born in poverty. They grew up in poverty, lived in poverty, and died in poverty. So what do you mean that tough times don't last? What I mean is how you see things in your mind, your mindset determines whether whatever your circumstances are tough times or they are not. You might live in poverty, but your mind is very positive about it. Your mind is saying, look, my circumstances don't determine who I am or what I do. And as long as your mind is in the right place and your mind is saying the right things, it does not matter your circumstances. That tough time then ceases to exist to you. Have you ever seen two people who live in the same conditions or who are under the same circumstances? Probably they're suffering from the same disease, or both of them have been just evicted from where they were staying, or both of them have been retrenched, and one of them is sorrowful and they are like this, they are almost going to the grave, and the other one is jovial and going about their life. Why? Because the other one is tough. The tough times didn't last in his mind or in her mind. So tough times are, again, ladies and gentlemen, in our minds more than in reality. So we want to help each other to say, look, we need to learn to give a lifetime to all tough situations. To say at this point, you cease to become tough to me. I don't give attention to you, whatever you are, whatever situation you are. And we can attain that. Okay, the last one for the night. I know it's late. I've gone past the 40 minutes that I'd spoken about. When you miss a much desired opportunity, oh my goodness, I've missed the hundreds of those. When you miss a much desired opportunity, don't despair, but count on God's faultless wisdom to protect you from choices and options that would ultimately harm you. It's not everything that we are going to understand on the face of the earth. But if we trust God, then we will understand that everything that God allows to happen to us, after we have done everything in our power, then the ultimate decision remains, with God. And it's God who understands what it is that he's preventing us from, or what he's protecting us from, or if he absolutely has got better things for us than that opportunity that we are crying for. So this just helps us not to remain in the past, to say, Agumana, that job, if only I'd gotten that job, that house, if only, and we fail to move forward because we are always looking at this thing that we've missed. We need to learn to release, to let go, and, allow God to be God. So, in my concluding words, ladies and gentlemen, we at Be MindFit, we are saying we are here to make the world a better place. We are here to give hope to the people. And we are here to reach out to help, because everybody needs help. Yourselves, myself, we all need help. But the best way we can deal with life issues is to reach out and help somebody. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for joining me tonight for this opening presentation on the MindFit Lounge. As I said, I'll be communicating as we go on our next sessions, but the next session will be on Sunday, 8 p.m., and we are going to talk about the mind. Okay. Thank you so much, people of God. I love you so much. I really appreciate you coming here. I could imagine me having gone live and then just speak to my camera and looking at myself. But thank you so much for sacrificing your time, your data to come and listen to me. It is my prayer and hope that God is going to reach out and touch you all in all your point of needs. Thank you very much. Have a good night and may God bless you. Yes, Bamkuru Ohobe, it is indeed going to be exciting, I can promise you. I can't wait. Please invite others for tomorrow. Thank you, Big Sis. Thank you so much. Yes, Monoti. Thank you, my love. Good night. Thank you, everybody. Have a restful night. No one should wake up at the middle of the night having lost sleep. You are all sleeping well today. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Z.
Oh,
Pan Pan. Thank you, Doc. Thank you so much. Thank you, my Simba. Thank you. It's good to see you. It's been a long time. Thank you, Akoma Grace. Thank you so much. It was such an honor having you here. So I'll just hang around until you're all gone. Katie's house, thank you so much. Indeed, I'm looking forward to the next sessions too. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. Good night. Thank you, my brother, big brother T Maka. Thank you for watching. Thank you, big brother. Thank you, Bamkuru. Thank you so much. I feel so blessed to have you here. I'm actually thinking of singing a chorus, eh? We are too used to being in church, and when you're waiting for something to happen, you sing a chorus. Certainly another day. Yes, Mamkuru, don't worry. Next week it's gonna be longer. I know it's nice to be here. But as we start slow, and then we go deeper. Definitely. Thank you so much, Mamkuru. I appreciate you being here. So anyway, I think this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, I see some are still hanging. I think we just going to finish this live for now. I will see you all next week. Please invite others to come and joining next week. It's going to be explosive. It's going to be exciting. We're going to learn a lot. And I'm telling you, after next week, our lives are never going to be the same again. We are never going to see ourselves the same way that we look at ourselves now. And I know it. We are going to be helped and we are going to be better people. Okay. Thank you so much once again. Allow me to finish this live broadcast. Bye.